reason why we built FAPSCO is to unite the Filipino online professionals industry, to also promote collaboration with each other, and of course, we wanted to help produce skilled online professionals, specialists, and of course, leaders.
We've created POPSCO with a vision to become an organization that supports all Filipino online professionals to be successful in their online careers and businesses, regardless of their affiliations.
I joined FAPSCO because as an online professional who's working at the comfort of my home, I needed other individual can share with me on this freelancing journey.
The reason why we have built the Filipino Online Professional Service Cooperative is to help the ICT graduates, aspirant freelancers, and this is also to help them develop, explore, and acquire new skills when it comes to online professional industry.
Ang paglambo o kalampusan sa usa ka organisasyon nagadepende sa kalidad sa mga miyembro o mga lideres niini. Ang FAPSCO dili lang adunay maanindot kayo nga advokasya o misyon na matabangan kitang tanang mga online professionals na magkahiusa, mulampo o mutubo kita sa atong pagpanarbaho o pagnegosyo online.
FAPSCO for me is a digital opportunity for me to develop and share my skills.
I joined FAPSCO as one of the founding members because I knew FAPSCO is going to be backed by other veteran online professionals and freelancers, thereby having an experienced, solid, and passionate founding members that we have today.
I joined FAPSCO because the vision of the co-op aligns with my personal vision to provide much-needed support to online professionals nationwide.
I joined FAPSCO because the people that I've met have the same values, mission, and vision as mine, and that is to provide assistance, pre-training, and coaching to those who wants to jumpstart their career as a freelancer.
I joined the FAPSCO community because it promotes collaboration instead of competition.
I joined FAPSCO because this is a group with a helping hand.
I wanted to be part of an organization that would be a pioneer group of individuals who will be working to promote online freelance.
Ayan, welcome to Top Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. Andito na naman kami ngayon. Magandang gabi sa lahat. And thank you so much for standing by at hinintay mo talaga dahil special ang aming guest for tonight, di ba? But, syempre, this show is for you, mga kaibigan, mga freelancers. If you haven't liked our page yet, you may go to facebook.com/topsco.ph. You may also find us in Instagram, YouTube, and also our website, topsco.ph. Ayan. So, syempre, before tayo mag-start, and introduce ang ating magandang guest today. How are you, Jehan?
Ayos lang, ngarag, and just the usual, overthinking everything. Kumusta, Rosh? Parang ayos na ayos ka ngayon, ah. Nasaan ka?
Nag-dinner kami. Magtrabaho muna tayo. Kaya pag may marinig kayo na nasa background, sumisigaw, yung mga crew yun, yung mga staff. Nakainan na.
Tayo magaling eh. Working well,
Yes, well, having fun, right? Pero syempre, excited na akong i-introduce ang ating guest for today because I met her last year in Iligan City, Pampon. Diba? She's a very, very beautiful and alluring Miss Irish. A dynamic and multi-talented individual hailing from Valencia City in Bukidnon. With an impressive background in business administration, majoring in marketing management, medyo mahaba-haba ito, pagbigyan niyo ako. Irish thrills a solid foundation for a diverse professional journey. She started her digital freelancing in 2016 as a breadwinner, and because of freelancing, she also earned that degree. Wow, grabe. While supporting her own family at the same time. Her creative flair and artistic prowess, saksi ako dyan sa creativity niya talaga, shines through as a skilled graphic artist, leaving a trail of visually captivating design. Kasama po ang pagiging fashionista at Irish talent recognition as a freelancing coach, guiding aspiring freelancers towards success and helping them navigate the competitive world of freelancing. Siyempre, beyond her creative pursuits, Irish entrepreneurial spirit led her to become the founder of Mission Compass, the right direction in making your passion your profession. Yan ang kanyang mission, siyempre. A venture that undoubtedly reflects her passion for making a difference. Kaya bilib na bilib ako sa kanya, guys, at a very young age, diba? And of course, through her Mission Compass, she strives to empower individuals and businesses to find their true direction and purpose, guiding them towards achieving their goals with unwavering determination. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, with her expertise and dedication, Irish has earned the title of GBA EA, syempre, demonstrating her ability to juggle multiple roles while maintaining an exceptional level of professionalism and excellence in her endeavors. Irish Aiko remains a shining example of perseverance and ambition, continuously pushing the boundaries of her capabilities and making a positive impact on those around her. Her 7-year journey in freelancing is a testament to the power of passion and the endless possibilities that await those who dare to dream big. Ha! Namawit ako. Irish, how are you today? Thank you so much for gracing tonight's show.
Good evening, Irish.
Good evening, everyone. Such a privilege to be back here again to talk to FOPSCO.
Ang pretty niya. Tignan mo ang hair, Jehan.
Oo nga para ako nanonood ng K-drama eh.
Diba?
I was expecting
ko
hair
sa'yo
mo
naka-ano.
pa rin.
Hello?
Ano daw?
Yeah,
Yeah, go ahead, finish.
I was hoping na yung hair mo is blonde pa rin for tonight's episode.
Okay. I changed my hair kasi may business na ginawa. So, kailangan ng medyo dark. And ako pa rin naman yung nasa picture. Huwag kayong mag-alala.
Nai-imagine ko siya, kung siya yung nung nag-Korea tayo, tapos siya yung nagsuot ng mga costume. Mas panalo sa kanila.
Panalong-panalo, di ba? Para siyang combination of both worlds, Korean and Filipino.
Diba? Oo. Habang kinikilig-kilig tayo doon, yung nakita ko yung mukha niya sa picture, diba? Mas bagay kay Irish to.
Aminado tayo, Rosh, no?
Yes, tama. Diba? Kaya nga alluring talaga eh. Anyway, sige. Magkwentuhan muna tayo. Rish, kwentuhan mo kami, how did you start in the freelancing industry? Kasi ang alam ko, meron ka rin sa pang trabaho. Full-time ba? Tama? May full-time job ka pa bukod sa pagiging freelancer?
Nung time na yun, when I started in freelancing, daw po, it's just freelancing lang. Talaga, full-time freelancing.
Wow. Sige, kwentuhan mo nga kami paano ka nagsimula and then nagtatrabaho at nag-aaral at
Yeah, so ayun. So I started freelancing 2016 kasi actually I don't have plan na mag-start ng freelancing and I don't really have idea about freelancing nung panahon na yon. But luckily, I got blessed. I got pregnant. So ayun, that's why I have 26 units in college during that time. Kaya I was just motivated to start to start earning even if I'm still at home kasi I'm forced to stop my study kasi nga breadwinner pa nga ako nung time na yon. So medyo so ayun, I have that circumstance. That's why I decided to venture in digital freelancing. So I started without pure knowledge about digital freelancing talaga. And wala akong idea, but I've known people who are doing freelancing and na-motivate ako sa kanila kasi iba kasi yung lifestyle talaga ng freelancing, 'di ba? Especially pag nagno-nomad sila. Yun talaga, yun yung gusto ko na hindi mo na kailangan mag-travel, mag-commute, at saka yung time talaga, I really hate alarm clock kasi gusto ko yung gumising gusto ko yung gumising lang ako na gusto ko nang gumising and ayokong nagigising ako dahil sa alarm clock and I find it annoying. So those are the perks that I really want in my employment. So and then, ayun, since I don't have experience naman and knowledge about freelancing, di ba? So, tinanong ako ng manager noon, ng HR, kung bakit daw ang lakas ng loob ko na magtrabaho as a freelancer, virtual assistant noon na I don't have knowledge naman, di ba? I don't have experience and nilagay ko talaga sa resume ko yung I only know Microsoft Word and basic computer knowledge yung on off but I also indicated that I'm very interested and I'm very much willing to do whatever it takes to become a digital freelancer. So ayun, I was blessed kasi yung manager na-amazed siya not just sa experience or sa pag-usap namin but the motivation talaga parang na-feel niya talaga na I really wanted to do it and aside from that di niya rin alam na I was pregnant during that time so ayun and I started with as a graphic designer kasi I'm a natural artist. I really draw traditional before I transition into digital freelancing or the digital industry. So, nag-draw talaga ako noon. And yun lang yung gusto kong i-offer sana sa industry, yung design, graphic design. Though the funny thing is, wala din ako masyadong alam na software noong time na yon. Even yung Photoshop, basic lang din yung alam ko. But yung Canva ng time na yon is yung Canva is used na rin siya and popular. So I used Canva as starting in my career in digital freelancing. So and then I actually have a lot of job experiences in digital freelancing. I also worked as a color therapy colorist. I also worked as yung tester, yung maybe you haven't heard about this job but meron yung mga mobile application tester. So nagte-test kayo ng mga beta pa na mga application, especially yung mga games. So before nila ila-launch yung games nila sa application store, ipapatest muna nila. So I'm one of those testers and I earn very little for that job. So I actually started from zero talaga, yung pinakamaliit yung pinaka minimum na wage na pay sa digital freelancing. So I do not also want to set a high expectation for everyone, especially when you are starting in digital freelancing, that you can earn a double digits dollars na agad when you're starting freelancing. Because the reality is you really have, especially if you are transitioning pa lang, you must be willing to start from zero talaga and then build your credibility, profile, especially your skills during the process. So, yun.
Curious ako, Je, alam mo na ba yung beta testers before? Kasi naririnig ko siya pero never ako nakamit ng tao na nagte-test ng games.
Yan at yan din talaga ang itatanong ko sana, Rosh. Kasi I didn't know na may mga ganun pala na binabayaran to test the mobile app or mga games ba ito? Or, I mean, how did you find that job? Paano mo nahanap yung ganung trabaho? I mean, how long did you stay there?
It's not actually yung long-term contract. It's most likely milestone siya kasi yung games kasi you need to play the game talaga and we also report the errors that you might encounter during your paglalaro. So it's pretty simple and it's pretty cheap yung pay, pero at least I'm trying to build my profile kasi yung experiences. So it's important kasi na kahit na low paying yung experience mo, at least you have a record na nagsta-start ka na sa digital industry. And actually, it will help you talaga, especially na if you're aiming for next to level up your digital freelancing career.
Yes, alam mo, totoo yan. Kasi alam mo, people yung gustong mag-freelancing, ang gusto nila, boss agad,
Sorry, go.
yung high-paying job agad, na parang ano ba, gusto, alam mo yung sa akin sila nag-reach out, tapos gusto nila, kung ano yung level ko ngayon, ganun din agad yung i-offer ko na work sa kanila. Parang, okay lang kayo, nag-umpisa ako sa $1 per hour. Utang na loob, doon din kayo mag-umpisa. Kasi hindi siya ganun kadali, and yung expectations, when they see you thriving, they expect na ganun kaagad yung, pero hindi siya ganun kadali no? So, pwede ko bang matanong, how much yung, yung na-earn mo doon sa beta tester ng app?
Daw tayo na tanong.
Yeah, $3 per hour siya na $3.
Uy, not bad.
$1 per hour lang ako as VA nung nag-umpisa ako, 2016.
158.
Oo nga, no?
Ako $1.58.
Oo, parang nasa ganun lang ko.
Okay. Yeah, pero kasi it's hindi naman siya talaga na long hours yung pag-play mo. So minsan 1 hour ka lang nakaka-play and I really have to wait for like every week iniipon ko yung $3 kasi may minimum kasi yung withdrawal, di ba? So, you need to reach that certain amount muna para maka-withdraw ka. And, ang happy lang kasi pag naipon na, tapos pwede ka nang mag-withdraw, you can really say, wow, I'm really starting to earn na as a digital freelancer.
Di ba yung binibilang-bilang mo pa yung oras, okay, so ilang oras pa kailangan ko i-work bago ako maka-withdraw, yung gano'n?
Yes po, ganyan po talaga.
How long did you last doon sa work na ganun? And paano siya, yung ganung klase ng mga experiences mo na you really started out small, how did it help you grow as a freelancer?
Pag nag-start po kayo sa small, what I really learned is that it really helps you to be more grateful and ma-appreciate mo talaga yung every milestone na ma-reach mo or ma-unlock mo. Kasi pag nag-level up ka kasi, mako-compare mo yung mga naranasan mo, especially yung mga small projects mo, and then you're slowly elevating in your career. And then when you look back, wow, I only started as a tester for $3 hourly, and now, 'di ba, yung mga may mga projects na ako, and I became executive assistant, yung ganon, and I am earning $2 two-digit dollars hourly as a GVA and also in my coaching. So, ayun talaga, it's very important para sa akin na I started from the bottom. Kasi every step of the way and every success that I'm achieving, even if it's small, I really appreciate it.
Yan. Totoo yan. Wala kasi ikikwento, Je, pag nagsimula ka nun sa taas.
Oo, totoo. Totoo.
Huh?
Yung nga yung i-share ko sa, nag-share nga ako, share ko tong I really waited until makahanap ako ng magandang moment to share this episode sa feed ko kasi yun nga yung caption ko, starting small really helps make you more appreciative of the big milestones. So, kwento mo naman sa amin, Irish, what are you most grateful for at this point sa yung freelancing career?
The thing that I'm most grateful for about my career in freelancing talaga is I'm at this point in my career na I am sharing my knowledge and the opportunity to everyone, especially yung mga interested about digital freelancing and yung mga yung mga newbie, kasi marami kasi sa kanila yung yung gustong-gusto nila yung maging digital freelancer, pero the only thing is mahirap kasi maghanap ng mga tao na gustong tumulong, mag-support, and if ever they find freelancers, yung mga ano na talaga, yung mga expert na, mahirap na din yung ma-reach kasi 'di ba super busy na and marami na din silang projects or they're minding their own business. So yung sa akin lang is I am very grateful that I became a coach and started coaching in digital freelancing kasi I started kasi as a self-taught and walang nag-coach sa akin noon. Wala pang mga mentor nung unang panahon, right? About freelancing. So
DIY
if you
tayo noon.
Yes.
Google lang tayo ng Google noon.
True. And ayun, so it's ano talaga para sa akin, it's one of my greatest success na I am able to share the opportunity to everyone.
Galing. Ayan, Rosh, medyo hindi ka marinig kasi I think baka nakamute yung ano mo. Pero while we're waiting for Rosh, greet muna natin ang ating mga viewers. Ayan, sabi ni Mark Webster Aloner, uy, seatmate ko yan nung PAFCON. Galing. Ang galing-galing mo daw, sabi ni Mark. La Familia Cuisine, hello everyone watching now from Cainta, very inspiring. Sino itong people behind La Familia Cuisine? Kung kilala nyo,
Siyempre, aking mga friends, si Chef Dan, saka si Judith.
Ay, okay, that's nice. At si Jean, hello Jean. Offie Cruz, Espina watching from QC. Nish Latif, hello. Magbalik loob ka na sa amin sa hosting. We miss you already. And si Dennis, hello, good evening, Dance. Ayan. Rosh, you were saying something kanina. I think hindi ka masyadong narinig kasi baka parang naka-mute ka yata.
Ay, kanina, oo. Sabi ko sana, excuse me, noong 2016, nandyan na tayo. Nagsisimula na rin, kaya lang hindi pa kami nagtatagpo. Yun yung mga panahon na hindi pa tayo magkakilala. Diba? But then again, we are starting in our own little way. And then meron ng mga mangilan-nilang courses. Kaya lang hindi katulad dito. Ngayon na parang sumabog yung buong online freelancing, di ba? Talagang ang dami-daming events supported ng government, nagkaroon ng DICT project. So, mas masaya ngayon, kumbaga, mas collaborative yung bawat community. So, mas masayang magsama-sama at magtulungan. Yeah? Mag-emote lang ako content. Sorry.
True. At saka mas na-discover talaga yung digital freelancing during the pandemic, 'di ba? Mas sumikat tayo no na may mga work from home pala.
Yes, tama. Kasi nakikita ko, Irish, that right now, you have kids and then you're working. Tapos, pinagsasabay mo yung advocacy. Paano mo na-juggle? Kasi may dalawa kang alaga ngayon, nakikita ko eh. Hindi madali. Paano mo ginajuggle yung everyday mong challenges sa time management?
Hindi ko rin alam. Siguro natural. Isa din yan sa natural skill ko talaga yung multitasking. And kasi, it's both fulfilling kasi and satisfying in my part na I'm doing the thing that I love. And iba kasi talaga yung feeling pag nakikita mo lang yung mga loved ones mo, di ba? And that's also one of the perks in working from home and in digital freelancing. Kasi looking back, na-remember ko yun when I also started kasi kapapanganak ko lang, di ba? I was also carrying them while my kids nung time na yon. So, it's just, parang siguro, na-immune na lang ako sa multitasking and kahit at the end of the day, nakakapagod naman talaga. Pero yung hugs kasi nila and ang sweet din kasi kapag nag-I love you. So, nawawala lahat ng pagod mo and it's just fulfilling at the same time.
Yan talaga tayong mga nanay, yung anak talaga ang dahilan ng lahat-lahat eh. May shinare nga ako na meme kanina doon sa GC namin ng mga anak ko na hindi tayo pwedeng magtamad-tamaran kasi matakaw yung mga anak natin. Diba? Parang
basta matakaw, mataas pa standard.
Sa standard, tapos sila pa may ganang magtampo pag hindi na pagbigyan. Like, may pinatago kayo?
Oo. At saka 'di ba funny kasi yung freelancing wala naman tayong boss, 'di ba? Kasi contractors tayo. And sa bahay natin, kahit na ano, contractor sa'yo, or ano pa yung position natin, mas boss talaga yung mga kids eh. So, sila yung bossing ko.
True, sila ang nasusunod. Ayaw nila magtrabaho ka today, hindi ka magtatrabaho.
Oo,
Yes.
yung mga ganyang request nila, Jay, yung mahirap tanggihan. Anong ginagawa mo? Anong strategy ang ginagawa para makapagtrabaho ka? Lalo na pagka pinapakitaan ka na nilang mala. Ano yung put in boots na tusa? Yung mata nila na parang paawa na sobrang cute. Paano mo
Yung
sila?
puppy eyes?
Oo, puppy eyes. Oo. Paano ginagawa mo pagka ganun na sitwasyon?
Ako, ano kasi the good thing about my clients, I was lucky since then in freelancing kasi yung mga clients ko ang babait talaga nila and super understanding, especially when they found out na I'm a mom, a working mom. Though hindi ko naman talaga nilalagay yan sa sa CV na I'm a mom. Pero kasi 'di ba later on magchichika kayo ng clients. So ayun, madidiscover nila and then so they will understand na sometimes hindi ako makakatrabaho ng straight pero the good thing is I can deliver and I can finish what I ought to do.
Yes, yun naman talaga ang importante sa online work no, yung output based talaga siya instead of yung ako talaga personally isa sa mga types of clients na tinatanggihan ko is yung nagma-micromanage, yung may naging client ako na binibilang yung bawat oras ng like sa 8 hours, okay, sa 1 hour, meron kang 15 minutes to do your research, 15 minutes to ideate, and then 30 minutes to write your parang may ganun ka din ba experience? Kasi ako yun talagang iniwasan ko. 2 weeks lang ako doon. Nag-goodbye na ako sa kanya kasi parang kasi ako gusto ko output lang talaga. What about you? Ano yung mga um, monster stories mo with regards to clients? May na-experience ka na bang ganong klaseng clients?
Actually, na-scam na din ako nung first season ko pa in freelancing talaga. Ano yun, lead generation. And parang hindi talaga siya scam kasi yung, 'di ba, parang legit na din kasi yung mga scammers ngayon, right? They have their website, meron na silang mga networks, may mga community pa.
Page
And
pa sila.
true. So may mga website sila ganon. And so yung natrabaho ko doon is lead generation and lang talaga 1 week, at least 1 week lang ako nagtrabaho kasi sa contract naman 'di ba is weekly dapat yung sahod. So after that, nung di siya nag-send and di na sila ma-reach after 1 week, so out na din ako. And instead na ma-discourage ako about digital freelancing kasi na-scam ako eh. First hand experience yung scam eh. So dapat dapat yung iba kasi nawawalan kasi sila ng gana pag na-scam sila sa freelancing. So ang ginawa ko doon is I just take the opportunity that I learned about lead generation at yung mga process na ginawa ko sa client. So, ayun, hindi naman ako masyadong nasaktan though pagod siya kasi 'di ba? Kasi nag-expect ka na you will be paid tapos hindi naman pala. So, yun lang. And yeah. So take the
Tapos
opportunity
siya pa yung
na lang.
nag-micromanage?
Micromanage?
Si scammer pa nag-micromanage? Oo.
No. Client ko yun, Rosh, yung nagma-micromanage.
Akala ko sa Irish din, gano'n.
Monster client ko yung nag-micromanage.
Ako di pa din ako naka-try ng nagma-micromanage kasi sa conversation nyo pa lang, negotiation nyo sa client, you can easily identify kasi 'di ba how they talk. Parang ganyan kasi ako eh, parang I don't just read your chat, I'm also hearing how you're delivering it. So parang ganun, hindi naman sa judgmental no, but we can detect naman kasi the tone of 'di ba? So ayun, so pag medyo red flag, I avoid na lang kasi there are cons din kasi kapag red flag yung client mo and nag-enter na kayo ng contract and then kapag hard to please sila, you will have the tendency na bibigyan kanila ng bad review, feedback sa profile mo kahit sila naman pala yung toxic. So, na lang, prevention is better than cure. So
Ang
that's what I do.
Very smart, Rosh, at very ang gusto ko is talagang meron kang growth mindset na talagang you really looked at the opportunity behind yung pang-i-scam sa'yo. So talagang it helped you grow, no? So balik tayo dun sa mission mo, yung direction in making your passion your profession. So paano ka nag-come up with the idea that you can be a coach, and paano mo siya parang kumbaga, saan mo nahanap yung mga kino-coach mo? How do they reach out to you? Yun, ganun. I-flex mo na rin ang iyong mission.
Sa totoo lang, hindi talaga ako interested about coaching and teaching. And, even my mother, knowing me, alam niya talaga na, hindi ako interested magturo. Kasi I'm not that patient before nung, younger pa ako. So, since I started in freelancing kasi, it became my advocacy to share about the opportunity and the jobs in the digital freelancing. Kasi may mga hugot kasi ako, di ba, sa buhay. I'm a mommy and I am earning and I'm also studying. So, yun talaga yung mga hugot ko. And I also, it makes me realize that it's a good thing, especially yung sa mga mother na they are also looking for opportunity na yung ayaw nilang maging pabigat sa pamilya nila, di ba? Yung mga ganon. So, especially if you are not yet in, sa stable na level ng inyong, earning. So, kasi yung mother instinct naman kasi natin, di ba? We always want to support our family, not just na, nag-aantay lang tayo sa blessing. So, ayun, it's mother instinct na rin that I'm sharing. And so, di ba, I'm sharing my stories and the digital and my digital journey. So, na-discover din ako sa mga groups. They're also messaging me since then. And they're asking me, ang dami na kasi nila. So, doon na din yung, doon na rin ako na-motivate na, why not? Gawin ko na lang tong, one of my, though, doon kasi, free pa kasi yun, kasi, di pa ako busy nung time na yon. So, I'm also starting kasi, and more on mission pa talaga. But daw kasi, I am juggling with lots of tasks, and, bills are also leveling up. So, that's why I decided, nagle-level up din yung bills. That's why I decided to become coach. And then,
very inspiring yung journey mo, Irish, kasi hindi mo nga siya inisip, pero it's your passion. So, natural siya na nakita ng tao, naramdaman. Diba? Especially ng mga mothers, nakaka-relate sila sa'yo. Pero was there a time na parang naisip mo, kaya ko ba to? I mean, hindi ka ba nagduda sa sarili mo? And then, what are the instances that you felt that I'm really doing what I love and this is it? Nakita ko na kung ano yung gusto kong gawin.
Actually, I was hesitant talaga, and even in my career, looking back, kasi even yung mga client ko, they really saw the potential in me, and I actually have a lot of opportunities to step up as a lead, yung ganon, team leader, and manage their business alone. So, yung mga ganyong position, and yung problema sa akin doon talaga, honestly, is I am confident naman, but I have fear na I think it's, parang sobra siya sa akin, parang di ko kaya, parang lang, parang mas kumpiyansa pa yung tao, yung client ko kesa sa akin. So, I have the tendency before na, to turn down offers. And then, it just came to me na, as my kids are growing up din kasi, and I also experiencing and receiving these questions from people na parang naka-relate din ako sa kanila na, di ba, dyan ka rin galing, you're asking about freelancing, tapos walang nag-guide sa'yo. So, ayun, parang ano din siya, naging ano na lang talaga na gusto ko na lang talaga yung gawin yung coaching though kahit nga yung iba is they can't pay full basta ano nag-uusap lang kami and nakikita ko din sa kanila na
Na-relate
na
ako dyan.
ha
Relate na
nakita
relate ako dyan sa huli mong sinabi.
true. Ayun, so gustong-gusto talaga nila and they also have potential so why not, 'di ba? And yung pag-help naman talaga kasi if especially if advocacy mo, it's not about the ano naman kasi talaga, 'di ba? The money lang kasi if you are motivated by money and there are ano kasi and may mga circumstances din kasi, 'di ba, in reality na di talaga nila ma-meet 'yan. So, pag nawala yung motivation mo dyan because of money, so you cannot really say that it's your advocacy and it's your mission. So, it's balance lang.
True, true. Ang galing-galing kasi sobrang inspiring. Nai-inspire ako sa kwento niya, Rosh. And talagang nakaka-relate. Kasi ganito rin tayo, Rosh, eh. Hashtag para sa bayan. Yung kahit hindi, diba? Pero naki-curious lang ako. As a coach, have you seen, or may mga, ano ka na ba, success stories nung mga kinoach mo na? And ano yung mga naging kwento naman nila that, makes you really proud na, uy, ako nag-coach dyan, ako nakatulong ako somehow sa career niya, ganon.
Depende lang sa kanila. Di naman ako nag-ask din na yung coaching ko kasi ngayon is more on part-time lang siya. So, I'm not really marketing it na yun talaga yung ginagawa ko as full-time. So, depende lang din sa mga tinutulungan ko if they want to share about me and their experiences. So, depende na din yan sa kanila, di ba? And pahapyaw lang din kasi yung ano ko noon. I'm not really charging pa doon. So, ngayon na I'm starting to charge my session, my coaching session. So, wala pa ring may natapos kasi modules din siya and mayroong face-to-face and yung online kasi per session lang din sila. So, hindi talaga yung kinuha nila yung lahat ng modules and some are just availing the lang per lesson. So I cannot really claim na ako yung nag-produce sa kanila, 'di ba? Kasi di naman especially sa client acquisition nila na di naman ako nag-help sa kanila na makakuha ng client though I am guiding and answering their questions. So ayun.
Kinikilig ako dun sa face-to-face. Kasi kami, nagtatry kami na may mga klase kami face-to-face, tapos Zoom, may hybrid, di ba? So, naranasan namin. Pero ikaw kasi one-to-one. Never akong nakatry ng one-to-one na face-to-face. Anong difference sa face-to-face versus yung Zoom call? Paano sa natutulungan? Paano yung setup nyo saan kayo nagkikita? Anong arrangement?
Yung program ko kasi, yung system ko, coaching system ko is designed to be intensive talaga and ma-assist ko talaga yung tinutulungan ko. And it's really different pag face-to-face and side-by-side. Kasi especially yung mga yung processing, yung operating na, and pag newbie pa talaga yung tinuturuan mo, yung navigation, di ba? Kahit yung simple navigation sa mga functions, especially ng site. So, di pa kasi nila yan malulocate. So, it's the difference between having a coach by your side is you can just automatically ask and resolve the issues that you might encounter during your session. And yung nandyan ka lang, anong gagawin ko dito, di ba? It's just different.
Ang social ng setup. Kasi nai-imagine ko magkatabi kayo, nagtuturo ka, tapos they can ask you all the questions that they have in their mind. Tapos i-apply nila right there and then. Diba? So, mas madali. Masarap talaga. Kaya lang when it comes to paano ka pupunta? Saan kayo nagkikita? Yung space nyo, may office ba? Sa computer shop? Paano nyo ginagawa?
As of now, we're nomading pa in my coaching session. Yeah, and sa mga coffee shop pa lang kami kasi wala pa din akong space na co-working space, and I actually plan na ganyan lang talaga yung design, na I'm not tied into a one place na may tuturuan ako. And din kasi siya, it's a one-on-one, so okay lang. Hindi naman marami akong pakakapihin na isang team.
Tapos yung pinakape mo, ano pala no? Grabe lumaklak ng kape, lugi ka pa. Unli coffee pa siya, Pero
naubos na yung
na-curious lang
na yung budget niya sa session sa kape niya. Okay.
Tapos wala pa siyang client.
Dapat KKBR.
So nagkape lang talaga. Na-curious lang ako kasi ginagawa mo yung coaching session mo ngayon, napaka-DIY niya. Talagang strike anywhere kayo, coffee shop and all that. But when you were starting out as a freelancer, may mga equipment ka na noon? Like may sarili ka ng laptop noon, or paano yung mga gamit mo nung nag-uumpisa ka pa lang?
Wala po akong gamit noon kasi kasi nakikitira lang kami, di ba? And wala pa talaga akong gamit, but they have kasi yung meron kasi siyang gamit, and I just utilized what's available nung panahon na yon. And sa coloring, my tablet, so ayun, nagko-color ako sa tablet. And yung sa laptop naman, yung nag-start na talaga ako when I got a contract as a virtual assistant as an SMM, need na din kasi yung laptop. So, ayun, I just utilized. And then, until, nakaipon ako. And, ayun, actually, my client helped me sa device ko. Kasi, when that happened, kasi, di ba, I ended up as a single mom. So I have to return all the gadgets to its rightful owner. And I also
behind that.
Yes. Yes. So out of initiative, I returned I returned my devices. So it's not my device, and I also dumating na talaga ako sa point in my life na I also shared that to my client na I have a personal situation here, and parang di ako makaka-continue ng trabaho sa iyo. And you know what? I was really blessed kasi yung client ko, nag-ask siya if how much daw yung device dito and yung laptop, though. Yes, and so nag-send siya ng Yes. Nag-send siya ng money for my device. And ayun, nag-continue ako ng trabaho as a virtual assistant. And super lucky din ako noon na time kasi there is a moment kasi na kapapanganak ko lang, di ba? So, we don't have other source of income. Parang 2 weeks lang yung leave ko sa work. And ayun, nagtrabaho ako. But the client, binigyan niya ako ng leave, maternal leave. And I just found out na wala pala yun sa kumpanya. And I was the first one na naka-benefit ng ganong leave.
Ang galing.
Bakit swerte niya?
Oo, ang swerte. Pero natuwa ako dun sa part, Rosh, na, di ba kung yung nag-aaway ang friends, may sa ulian ng kandila. Nagsasaulian. Sa kanya, sa ulian ng laptop.
Huwag natin gagawin yan.
Hindi na, too late. Nakatali na sa akin, wala nang sasole.
Ay, naku, iba-iba talaga. Mahirap. Pero may dumadating ng mga tulong when you need it lang. And the best thing is that it's coming from a person that's miles and miles and miles apart.
So, ayun. May mga circumstances kasi na akala natin we cannot go on and move on kasi it's especially pag first time natin. So, it's like I don't know what to do. Paano na to, di ba? But if you will just decide to continue, eventually the help will come and you will realize it's like planned. Parang perfect lang talaga yung pagkaplano ng, di ba, ni God sa life natin. Kasi may mga aid na unexpected. May mga tao na it's like they're angels in disguise na you did not expect that kind of help na ibibigay nila sa'yo, di ba? So, ayun. Just continue lang talaga.
True, totoo. Totoo. Napaka-inspiring. So, napaka-inspiring niya. Pero ano lang, I think you're also blessed because talaga yung mindset mo is you're staying positive and grateful. Ako malaki yung paniniwala ko, Rosh, na if we remain grateful for whatever we have, more good things will come our way. Ganun talaga lagi yung inaano ko na. Be grateful sa kung anong meron ka kasi mas marami pang darating. 'Di ba? Pero ikaw,
Always
Irish,
have faith.
yes, true. May mga gusto ka pa bang ma-achieve or ano yung gusto mo, ano yung nakikinikinita mo na parang magiging track ng career mo from this point forward na nagko-coaching ka na? Ano pa yung mga gusto mo pang ma-achieve?
In my digital freelancing career and as a coach, I am also aiming to hire fellow Filipinos then to work in the digital freelancing industry. So, aside sa mga nako-coach ko, I am also looking forward that sooner not hopefully later na I can also, you know, build my own company for virtual assistants, not just for my coaches.
Why not? Your own agency or your own business agency.
Why not? You already have a network.
Kasi naman eh. Got me thinking. Naalala ko nung nagpunta tayo sa Iligan City. We were talking about the project of your government. Are you affiliated with them officially or is that an advocacy that you're doing?
During that time, I attended as the representative for our province kasi I was the executive to our governor at that time and as SMM din ako and I also handled the social media networks and also during the campaign. So that's why I earned that position as an SMM. So ayon, that was an opportunity na napadala ko sa POFCON as representative. So I was affiliated with the government at that time. But earlier this year, I decided to go back to full-time freelancing and especially that I am coaching and iba din kasi yung government system, di ba? And especially on my part that I enjoyed as a digital nomad na and yung system kasi sa government natin ngayon, they still require that bio and diba? And another thing is the office of the province is located at the nearby city. So nakakapagod din yung mag-commute ako na too early and I have to go back home na madilim na. So ayun, yun yung mga na-avoid ko sa government.
Ayan. But it's fun that you're doing something on the side na nakakatulong ka pa rin sa kanila kahit pa paano. Baga, you're able to give back. Pa?
Yes po.
Especially, sorry,
No, na-relate lang ako dun sa part na I was saying lang na relate ako dun sa part na nakakapagod, gigising ka ng maaga to go to work, tapos uwi ka, yung tipong aalis ka. Oo, aalis ka, tulog pa yung anak mo. Pag uwi mo, tulog na yung anak mo, 'di ba? Parang nakakapagod. Pero attend ka ng PAFCON, it's in Zamboanga, dito siya sa city namin. So, you might be interested to join again this year. Nakamute ka, madam.
Okay. So, ayun. Speaking of give back, I did not, naman talaga, fully, cut the cord sa government and, sa freelancing, di ba? In fact, I am still working and, may mga connections na din tayo, especially sa DICT. So, ayun, if they request me for speaking engagement, I also give them the time.
Yun ang maganda. Pero may mga ina-attendan ka ng mga like freelancer or digital nomad events?
Digital nomad events, wala pa. As of now,
Meron
yung
sa
digital
Siargao.
nomad ko talaga solo.
Meron sa Siargao this October, yung Barefoot IT.
Okay. So, ano yung kay Dan? Iba din yung kay Dan. You've heard about it.
Saan yun?
Yung digital nomad din siya sa Siargao siya.
I think same na yun. October 5 to 7.
Ano na ba yun?
Barefoot IT, parang digital nomad event. Nag-register ako, I'm not sure if pupunta ako. Diba?
Let's see pag may time.
Yarn. Iba, si Dennis sumagot sa comment section, iba yung kay Dan Meyer. Okay, iba yung kay Dan Meyer. Pero I think magsispeak din si Dan Meyer sa Barefoot IT. Charlene is watching from Cainta and M. Bert Pantin is watching from Leyte. Hello, good evening everyone. Rosh, you're trying to say something?
Nakalimutan ko yung itatanong ko.
Hindi maalala yan. Go.
Sorry. Kasi nakatingin ako sa oras. Kailangan natin mag-fapstock baka magkalimutan tayo.
Sige, go. Pisa mo na. Yung Fapstock pala, Irish, is parang isang mabilisang, isang tanong, isang sagot lang.
Oo, kahit na gusto pa natin mag-tagal, di ba? Kailangan natin mag-fapstock. Let's go. Start na tayo. First question, Irish. Morning or night person?
Night.
Morning or night person? Night. All right. Wine or beer? Wine or beer?
Wine? Hindi ako nagbi-beer.
Ayan, alam na nila. Susunod. Beer at kape. I know, wine at kape lang. All right, next. Saan ka nagpupunta when you're tired? To this travel. Where do you go when you're tired?
When I'm tired, I go to my dreamland.
Natutulog. Pambansang hobby ng freelancers.
Yes. Tama. Okay, and then, last question ko to kasi hindi ko kabisado lahat yan. Habulin mo ako. What's your favorite number one tool that you cannot live without?
Canva.
Artist na
artist.
Ayan, ako naman, Rosh. Describe your life using film titles.
A Star is Born.
Wow, star na star. Okay. And what's your regular home office attire?
Pambahay.
Yes. And ito pa, who or what keeps you motivated?
My kids. Sila talaga yung top.
And if your life is a book, what's the title?
Wala akong alam na dito. Joke lang. The Success Formula.
Ayan, success na success. Yan. Thank you so much for that, Irish. And ang dami-dami kong natutunan sa iyo ngayon. Tandaan lang talaga ako.
Mabilis na nga sumagot. Go ahead, Deb.
Mabilis siya sumagot. And natuwa lang ako na to share the same journey with you na DIY, walang equipment, pero hindi ko naman naranasan yung nagsauli ang laptop. Final naman nung binigyan ako ng laptop nung asawa ko, final na yun, wala siyang magawa. Yeah, but yun lang yung nakaka-inspire is talagang nakikita ko sa iyo, you're really a doer, no? Yung bahala na hindi ka nag-overthink basta kung kailangan gawin, gagawin o umpisahan. Yon. Ikaw, Rosh, do you have any parting message or any insights on tonight's episode?
Maka-relate ako kay Rich kasi parang ganyan din yung personality. Except for the artistic side. Yun, wala ako. Kaya kanina habang nakikwento siya, nai-imagine ko. Kasi juggling a job, tapos 2 kids, an advocacy at that, hindi siya madali. Kasi you're also doing online prep.
Medyo nawawala ka, Rosh. But
Kaya ramdam ko yung hirap. Kasi marami naghihintay ng mga baguhan, hindi sa katulad ng ginagawa mo. So thank you for what you're doing. Diba? So ngayon, manghihingi lang kami sa'yo ng parting message. Anong maibibigay mong advice? You can speak in Bisaya if you want, Tagalog, English, whatever. Anong advice na bibigay mo sa mga gustong magsimula at hindi alam ang gagawin? Like when you were starting.
So, sa mga gusto talaga mag-digital freelancing, I just want to tell you that the first step is indeed the hardest, especially pag wala ka pang alam, nangangapa ka pa sa digital freelancing, and pag nasimulan mo na yung digital freelancing, I won't promise na magiging easier siya as you go on kasi you need to condition yourself and mind that certain circumstances may arise, but they're not made for you to stop you. So take those circumstances or problems as an opportunity to learn. Kasi life is that's the reality of life. We cannot always say that and expect na sunshine lang palagi, especially in freelancing kasi diba, it's a volatile din kasi. So, hindi siya palaging may client and there are seasons na bigla lang nawawala yung client. But it's not a reason to stop kasi the industry is just in the web and ang clients nasa web lang sila and you can still continue and always try to pursue and persevere kasi hard work always pays off. Good luck.
yes, thank you so much. I really appreciate you for gracing us with your presence today. And I hope na makapag-connect pa tayo more in the future. Attend ka ng PAFCON dito sa Zamboanga para I can meet you face to face kasi ganda-ganda talaga ako sa'yo. Para lang akong nanonood ng drama. Ayan. And as much as we'd like to talk more with Irish tonight, kailangan na po naming magpaalam. Thank you so much for watching us, guys, and hope to see you again next Wednesday. Please like our page, fopsco.com/fopsco.ph, facebook.com/fopsco.ph, a national-based cooperative for Filipino online professionals. And you may also find us in Instagram, YouTube, and LinkedIn. And kung meron kayong takeaways sa mga shinare ni Irish tonight, please share this episode so others can learn like you. Ayan, meron din po tayong guest for next week. It's gonna be another interesting episode. But thank you also to Fopsco Media, our partner, in giving you this wonderful show. Join us again next week. And to our Fopsco family, let's keep growing together. Bye, everyone. Thank you, Irish.
Ay, thank you din. See you in person.
Wapa kay Kadzoy.